Sonaka Makatukan Sarinaka Sorinaka Fodoinaka Sonaka Makatukan Sarinaka Ismo Fugo Amengela Konak Sokurun Zaina Sonsar Pasuk Sompotus Duka Kedna Sorsona Zoe Amchen Zogzogta Sangatan Nami Astana Hatak Hatu Zotur Zoltolong Fulli Paula Sorinaka Fodoinaka Visonaka Makatukan Sarinaka Sorinaka.
So that's a lovely song. If my viewers are wondering what's going on here, okay, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. While I lower the volume of the song and start talking, and hope we don't get interrupted by some YouTube ads or whatever. So with me today is none other than Ivor D Cunha. Ivor.
Yes, I would.
Ivor, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ivor. Lovely music. I had noticed your music quite some time back, and I was wondering who Ivor was. Okay. And then we had this funny episode on our Salset Konkani group where someone posted your music. And you popped up on the group and you said, I'm here, I'm the guy who created it. And we were pleasantly surprised. I want to say it's lovely music. I mean, my knowledge of music is limited, but as it's fantastic, and it's well shot. It's well shot. Extremely well shot. Tell us about your work, Ivor.
Yeah. First and foremost, Frederick, I'd like to say a big thank to you for getting me online for this interview. Yeah, my pleasure to have you, myself here. Okay, so yeah, getting back to it, like when I was a child myself, like always had that passion of I wanted to come out with a cassette, because those days there were cassettes. So I always wanted to
1990s, 1990s, 1980s.
80s. I wanted to during my so I wanted to come out with a album of mine on that cassette record. So I always had that plans. So basically, like those days it was financially quite challenging, and there were only certain senior artists, or like who used to come out with albums and all. So what I did is, my first plan is I started with a musical show. Okay, so now my first musical show, it was called Nach Goy'nkara, was in 1996. Okay, so and I had all the artists from Bombay uh, coming on stage. Especially I brought them all the way from Bombay, and I senior artists like Amber, Robin was, Antoinette, Betty Nas, Kenny, coming all the way from Bombay. And again, I had no sponsors. You won't believe, when I had my first show, just in the morning of the show, I had 4 tickets sold.
My goodness, I can imagine how unnerving it must be. This is where was the show? Margam or
in Assolna? I had it in Assolna. Oh yeah, in 1996, and my total budget was around 25,000 rupees at that time,
which was a lot of money.
Yes, in 1996, because I had the whole show, had a proper coverage, video shoot, and stage setup, full sound. I had a friend of mine called John, who came and said, whatever it is, let's go ahead.
Wow.
The artists themselves said, yes, artists themselves said, the musicians said, let's cancel it for sure. Because if we come on stage, you need to pay us. If we cancel it in the morning, no need to pay. Okay, but my friend said, no, we are going with the show. We'll manage. Even the money, we'll manage, he said. Okay, and both of us are not working. We are still in college. So I said, fine, we had the show in the evening. You won't believe, before the show was houseful,
Houseful.
houseful.
Wow.
Yes, and
Wow.
because of that, I managed to do another five of those musical shows, and all the videos of those shows are now live. Or I mean to say, are there on YouTube. Okay, and only my channel has the videos of all the senior artists like M Boy, Robin Was, Ullas Buyao, Marceline de Betin. Okay, no one has them. So still, it's good that I started that, and that's where it took me to the next stage. So only when I came to the Gulf, okay, so when I came to the Gulf in 1997, so then I started listening to different music from different countries.
This is your channel where the shows are, you're saying? I
Yes, my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, Ivor D Cunha, you can get all those musical shows live. So I have more than 100 videos. Okay, my own composition videos, plus I have the videos of my musical shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Carry on. Carry on.
Yeah. So when I came here to the Gulf, then I started planning about my. Since I was working, I said, okay, now let's fulfill my dream of having my album. Okay, so then I started listening to different music from different countries, and I said, we have a lot of different music, and we always listen to Goan. So why not make some music from different countries? Okay, so I started listening music from different countries, and then I did the compositions here of all my songs. I went back to Goa. I met Mastro Zuzino. Okay, and he was instrumental in my life. May his soul rest in peace. Okay, he was always instrumental in to help me grow in terms of performing shows, because he played for all my musical shows. Whatever stage shows I did, he was there with the music. And even with my first album, I sat with him, and it was really challenging because I wanted to do something different.
Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah,
He was from. He was from
he's from Veli,
Valley.
Mastro Zuzino. Yeah. So he was very well known on the theatre field because he played with all the senior artists, and he had played for most of the cassettes or CDs. He had played the music. Yeah. So it's been around 4 years that he passed away. 3 years or 4 years. Yeah. So he guided me. And when I started with my first album, okay, so many people said, okay, what you're doing is wrong, because nowadays uh, there is people listen only to theater music or the Konkani music, and this pop music. I don't think so. There is any future. I don't think so. You should be doing this. I said no. I want to do this. I want to come out with something different. Okay, if it is not now, I told them at least in future it will click. My plan was not only for myself or for the future generation, because at least our younger generation, maybe most of them, they're not listening to Konkani music. They will love this music. So I did this album called Doria Deger Nach.
So it is.
So
It is Konkani Pop. How would
Konkani
you?
Pop.
Okay.
It is Konkani Pop. So that album came in 2006. Okay,
Doria
it is a
Deger Nach. Doria
Doria
Deger Nach.
Deger Nach. Yeah.
Dance by the river, by the river side.
Riverside. Okay, so it's all pop, and I had singers like Akasio, Lulu. Okay, and I did one song. It is a combination of Portuguese and Konkani. It's a dance number. Okay, so Lulu Fortis and Akasio is singing in that. So I did all album. To be frank, did not do well in the market. It did not do well. It was promoted by Rock and Raga, but my
That is not
songs.
a reflection. That is not a reflection on the quality of the song. It can be. It can reflect on how it is promoted, and how it is marketed. And there are many factors. So
Yeah, yeah. But the song called Doria Deger Nach, sorry, the Sorsona became viral.
which we played. No,
No,
not
we
so.
did not play now
Okay.
because I don't have the video of it, because I don't have the copyrights of the song, because that's the only album I had sold it to a music company.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So that was the only album I sent to music company. So I can't do but it was viral, and almost every, what do you call that? Every uh, everybody in Goa used to play as it as a ringtone. It was a ringtone, and still people say that okay, if I tell them about Sotsona, they remember because it was sung by Akasio.
How does it go?
Sotsona, tuka Sotsona, moja kelia shiva Sotsona, tu moche oi tu moche, sasnak tu zatele moche. Okay, then it has rap in between.
Very nice.
Okay, yeah. So after that, then I came out with another album. So I started doing all pop albums. So I said, let's do something different because there were a lot of Konkani theatre albums or Konkani style albums coming out in the market. So like that, I started doing simultaneous. Whenever I used to go down for vacations, I used to do my albums.
So,
Okay.
so if I can interrupt, what you're saying is that your music is all original. It's not covers.
No, no covers.
Interesting.
It's
Very nice.
all composed by me. They're all my composition because what I do is I write the lyrics. I try to compose the music because I fix how like how I should organize this music, what type of tones, so what instrument I should be using, and I also try to do in my almost every album. I try to do the fusion. Try to experiment with doing fusion in my albums.
It's really amazing the kind of work that you put out. That day when we saw your is it a Mando Dulpod on the
That was
on the bridge?
yes, that was a Mando and
Everyone
Dulpod.
appreciated it and they were praising it without knowing that you were part of the group there. So it's not something that we are
Yeah,
saying to make you happy or something of that sort.
yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
No, actually, that song that Osoni Chapular because I wanted to do something for Assolna. Okay,
We'll come to that
so
later, but I sorry
yeah,
for interrupting your flow
okay,
of
okay,
thoughts.
okay,
You were telling
yeah,
us of your first album. So please,
album.
there's time. Don't worry. Take your time. Take
Okay,
your space to tell us your full story.
yes, okay. So it was Doria Deger Nach. So after Doria Deger Nach, I came out with the next album called Nach Kumpasar. Okay, so that was in 2009. Again, it was a pop album, but in that album, I had some influence of Sri Lankan music. I try to get into some Sri Lankan music because
Baila, baila.
baila styles, yes, because and it goes very well with our Goan. It gels well with our Goan music. So I try
Why? Why?
to because you know I don't know because the Goan it's there is a lot of similarity between that Goan style of music and the Sri Lankan Bailan style. Like those tones and styles are like almost similar. So I tried to get in, but not the entire thing, but in between some patterns. I used it with our Konkani melodies, my own melodies. I tried to gel with those things and do a little bit of this fusion style with the Sri Lankan tones. I use their tones, the tones of music, what they use, the instrument. Okay, and my musicians were very supportive in coming up with those ideas. No doubt, it was quite challenging. It was very challenging because to do this albums is to take a lot of time because they have to work out with a lot of something new styles for a change. So that's how the second album happened. Okay, then the third album I came out was Fugddi Ghalun Nach. Okay, so I tried to get in those Fugdis, the Fugddi style into the song.
Which is
Uh,
typical Goan Hindu style, Goan Hindi music.
Hindi music, Hindi
Hindu,
music.
Hindu music.
Yes, that's Hindi music. So I did a fusion of that actually. I
Wow.
did a pop style with the
Traditional.
Fugri, and I mixed it with that.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. So that's what I did. And the next one was Gumot Vazon Nach. Again, oh yeah. So I had that. I did this song.
Gumot
Most of the
Vazon
song,
Nach would mean play the Gumot and dance. And the Gumot is a
yes,
very
dance.
traditional, old, centuries old instrument, Goan instrument, played by
Yes,
both Catholic and Hindu communities in Goa.
that's right.
So, sorry, carry.
Yeah, and also before I released this album, I also did a short interview with the guy who makes the Gumot in Mardol. So I went to his place, I met him, Okay, and he showed us how the gumot is made. Yeah,
Wow.
so I had some short clips on my channel, showing how this gumot is made, how he makes it, okay, or the whole entire process. So in that album, I'd used most of the songs I used the gumot.
Wow.
Okay, yes, and again with the gumot, I did a fusion with many of the songs.
It's quite a challenge because you're combining, so you're trying to get the combine and cause a fusion of so many different strands, which are
Yeah,
culturally, ethnically, religion-wise, style-wise, so different, no, from each other.
yeah, yes, that's right, true.
Big challenge.
Yeah, it was a big challenge. In that same album, I did this Aunsaiba Poltori Veta. Okay. Okay, that's not my composition, but I gave credit to the original composer. But again, I did a fusion with uh, English pop, uh, classical, and Goan beat. So it's a three style. So I had to do that song in Bombay, and it really cost me a lot. I got a singer from the Hindi film industry. Then I had to get a lot of backup singers. Okay, it cost me like a lot, but it was that I wanted to bring in something different. All the musicians and all I had to bring in from Bo- uh, Bombay, from the film industry. So it did cost me a lot because I wanted that particular style.
Quality and style.
Yes, and so that's how it was. So that's
So,
how
so
when that.
what you're saying, Ivor, is that this traditional song, which is again maybe a long, very old song, you are
Yeah,
actually kind of rejigging it and reworking it
yeah,
and issuing a remix of the traditional song. So your
traditional song.
Saipa Polteri Vata is very different from the original.
Yes, it's a lot different from the original.
Like how does it go?
Yeah, no, it goes the same way,
Okay,
but the tempo is changed. But in between there is a lot of fusion styles in that. I use sitar, then I use rock lead in that with guitars work, with English words in between. Okay, yeah. So and the singer is totally sings in the classical style. I got Vaishali Samant, who sings in Hindi movies and all, to sing that for me.
see, there's so much that goes, so much of work that goes into it, and as a lay audience, we will never appreciate until we know the backstory and we hear what really
That's right.
goes into.
That's true. That's true. So luckily now all my songs are on Spotify. So I got a chance to upload them on those things because at those time when I used to sell my CDs, only there are my few people who have those CDs and they be listening to. And I've
They
not
are
done
collectors.
album.
They are collectors' items now. Your CDs are
Yes,
collectors' items.
yes, and not many people have been listening also to CDs. People prefer to be on YouTube, or they listen to all this iTunes, Amazon Music. So my songs are all on iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, on so people can listen to all my entire collection. Yeah, from day one till today is on all this channels. So
Okay,
we can now you
online.
can listen online. So everyone can listen to them now. And yeah, all of the songs.
Spotify, one just has to be a member, I think, of Spotify before you can access.
Y- Yeah, it's a free membership. It's a
Yeah.
free
Okay.
membership, yes. But the only thing is you cannot download. So if you want to be a premium member, then you can download, and you have to pay for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. But
yeah,
Ivor, I feel there is somewhere a bit of a mismatch because there is so much talent in Goa. Okay,
yeah.
the music is not getting showcased well enough. Okay, and now, for example, we have channels. We have Rainbow FM in Goa. We have RJs who might be willing to play. We don't have many recording companies in Goa, but there are a lot of recording studios all over the place,
That's right.
individuals and small ones. But now we have Radio Mango, which is a radio station in Canada playing Konkani music. We have another one in New Zealand,
Yeah.
Susega Danpar, which is a Mangalorean Goan network. And
Okay.
we have one in Southampton. But somehow the music is not reaching there. Our audiences are not aware. I was so surprised to learn of you. And whenever I searched for Salset, something Salset, I kept popping onto your music from Assolna. But I didn't know who this Ivor was. So that's why I'm very curious and happy that my curiosity is settled today. Tell us about your early days as a student in Assolna. Which years were these, 80s or when, and which school and who played a major influence in your musical journey there?
Okay. I did my schooling in Shishini in Mount Mary's. Okay, so during my school days itself, I used to act in the short plays. I used to do the short plays at home. I used to write plays as well. I have written one drama as well.
Called?
Okay, during my Noxibantlem, during my college days,
I
I
see.
did around 10 shows. Yes,
Oh,
during and it was during the youth time because those days there were very limited shows, and parents were very particular, not letting you go out late at night and all. Yes,
they were
and most
strict,
of
yeah.
yeah, they're very strict, and people now they never like that you're acting in dramas and all. So there were those thing was there. So very few people used to act, but it was during my college days. We had that Assolna parish youth. Okay, so where it helped me to showcase my talent. We had a lot of activities. So there were youth activities, inter-village youth activities, and youth cultural programs. So I got a chance to showcase myself. So I started performing, and it was Master Zuzinov whom I met him, and I told him whenever there was any show, I used to bring him on board. So again, so he used to come, he used to play for my shows or whatever programs we had in Assolna. So I started writing short plays. In my earlier days, I started writing short plays, but it was mostly performed in the village itself. Okay. During my college days in college, I did my college in CS College in Koli. Okay, so during my college days, every culture like singing competition and all, I used to perform. I used to get prizes. Then again, the cultural gathering. Okay, so earlier days, I used to do act on theater and all. Then after once I did my uh, drama, I acted in one more drama in Goa. Okay, then I came to UAE. In UAE, I acted in two dramas, but that was some local dramas performed out here.
The
Yeah,
villages have been a big nurturing space for Goan talent, but
that's
somehow
right.
when it comes to taking it to the higher level, we are still getting stuck.
That's
So
right.
tell us. Meanwhile, we'll just play something from your side. Tell us some any particular song or something that I could play. I'm finding some of the recent ones here.
Okay.
May-
If you can play, since Valentine Day is coming soon, there's one song called "Be My Valentine." It's sung by my friend. It was my composition. It's from the album Nach Kumpasar. It was from the
Okay.
second album.
Let me just search for it and see if I can. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Yeah, yes.
Sure. I know what you're talking about. So
Yes.
screen. We have to go through these YouTube ads first.
Uh, this guy is a very good friend of mine.
I see.
Okay, from childhood friend. Yes, we've been always together, and he has been singing in most of my. His,
Może znajdę mur, tylko się lauda. Be my Valentine, baby, be my Valentine. For two small my God, my sweet Valentine. Be my Valentine, be my Valentine. Just one because of your love, oh baby Valentine. Cause ti arriva, all I joy, silent to you. To show you your way, cause share when you touch your out of guys mata photo to side mata be my Valentine baby be my Valentine my sweet Valentine, be my Valentine, baby, be my Valentine. Just one comes out with love, my baby Valentine. Surya tolim pasurun di tatu kalago. Haris moje foto tuka rauda tuka beto. Be my Valentine, baby, be my Valentine. My sweet Valentine, be my Valentine, baby, be my Valentine. The soul comes out with love, my baby Valentine, be my Valentine. My sweet Valentine, be my Valentine. To the moment of the my baby Valentine.
Great, yeah, fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
apart from the music and the picturization and all, what I really appreciate is the fact that you're writing all this original Konkani music, and Goans have always been criticized for focusing too much on covers, not doing so much original work. Uh,
Yeah. Yes.
what are the main challenges you faced while putting together this music, and what would be your advice to young people wanting to enter the field?
Uh, Challenges is the support. Okay, let me be very frank on this, right? Because since I get this opportunity to talk about it, like, see, I'm here, okay, and what I do is, I call the guys down there in India. See, I want to work out with the music and stuff. So, and this is my concept. I write everything A to Z on a piece of paper, how I want, step by step. I send them the details. I just send them the voice notes, how the melody, music, everything. Sometimes I'll tell them, okay, I need it 15 days, 20 days. The challenging part is commitment. No commitment. You know, say sometimes they say, I okay, I'll give it today, I'll get it tomorrow, I'll give it after 1 week, and it never comes up. So just imagine you keep on following there. Even the same thing happens that sometimes we go down and they say we do everything, and then waiting for the final mix, waiting for it, and then it doesn't come for 3 months, 4 months. You have some plans to launch something, and so this is one thing. It's this is the challenge I always faced. Okay, and there was always a rush, late minute rush. Very rarely I do something at the last moment. I always plan myself in advance, and I like give a gap, plan of like 6 months and months, so that at least they get themselves a time. So this is something quite challenging, say, because in back home in Goa, and I've seen many people, the things easy. I've seen many people, they know, I don't play an instrument, to be very frank. I don't play an instrument, I don't, anything.
You
Okay.
don't? You don't?
No, I don't. I don't. I
Okay, you
don't.
sing and you write lyrics and you
Like,
compose.
compose, yes, that's it. But again, if you go to tell somebody that, okay, I want to change this style chord, they will come back to you and say that, मुझे आप बाहर तो जाना.
मुझे किधर?
Muja Bartu Zana.
Okay. मुझे बरतू जाना.
Yes.
हाँ.
Yes.
तो ऐकपाक तयार ना.
Right. So these are the things.
हांव
No, so
सांगता
these are,
तूं ऐक. हांव सांगता
yeah,
तूं ऐक.
yes. So these are a lot of challenges like that, uh, and the good thing what I feel about it is recently because of the COVID, a lot of people have started composing their own song, making their own songs, come out with their own videos. This is really good. Before that, you could hardly find youngsters listening to Konkani music. They will say, Konkani music, what? People used to listen only to Lona's song, Alfred Rose songs. And it was only Lona's song. Whatever they sing, they used to imitate Lona and they sing those songs. Okay? But no other songs. Even if you come out with the best of the best song, nobody used to listen. But now, since during COVID, you could see people in UK, US, Goa, everybody, they have started composing their own songs. You can see a lot of females composing songs. You could hear a female's name composing or so. So this is a very good thing. This is a very positive side, to see people now getting back into and you can see people are listening. They are getting very good views, and I'm happy for that because sometimes I see when I started back in those days, people told me that no, this pop music will never work. I said it is not for now, but at least in future, okay. For the
And you
future,
stuck to
people.
it, Balor Tuka. You stuck to it, and you made a success out of it, and you've shown people that quality can come out from Konkani, and amazing quality also.
Yes. And once these things come, people will start listening to it. And people are listening to it. Now, if you see, there are people listening to YouTube music, Konkani music, pop music, people are sharing, so which is a good sign. And it is good. Yeah, there was a time there was no support. Now people are supporting. Everybody, people like to come on the videos. They're supporting. Some of their youngsters are coming out with a song. The whole village. Sometimes even there are a lot of people from the village in part of the videos. They support them. So this is nice things to see. So this is a good thing.
Ivor, what should be done to take Goan music forward in your Tujhe Ispan? What should be done to take the music forward by the government, by musicians, by the media, by whoever, by individuals like you and me, whoever it is?
Support, first of all, because to promote our Goan music. Okay, there are some good songs people don't like to promote. Okay, media. I'm sorry.
We've
Media
not
is
been
very
doing
bad.
our job. Before you complain, I will complain. Media
Yes.
is only focused on politics and a bit of sports, not enough on music.
I'll tell you
Listen to this,
something.
all of you guys.
Yes, I'm listening. I'm telling you I'm here in the music. Now it's more than 25 years that I had my first musical show. Till today, no, and I don't want either anybody writing any article about me.
No,
But
it's your
one
due.
time,
It's your due. Not a question of want or don't want. See, you are doing something. People should recognize you for it. If our society is not recognizing, then there is some problem somewhere. That means we are telling you that your work is useless. We don't appreciate your work. That's a problem with us. That's a problem with us. Okay, so
yeah,
so don't say you don't want. I don't agree with that.
yeah. But
Carry
if
on.
they don't
Carry on.
want, because one time I gave my album, I told them to do a write up on my album when I launched. I went to one of the newspaper. You know what they questioned me? How many advertisement you will give?
Hi, Saiba. That is a problem. That is a problem. And unless we recognize that some things
So
are beyond money, we will never reach that level of. I'm saying states like Meghalaya and all have come up so ahead with their
yes,
choirs and things like that. We are sitting with all the talent, but we've not reached there anyway. So you are
yes.
saying support. Support is one thing. Maybe
Support is,
maybe perform stages to perform or spaces, online spaces or what?
yes, online spaces. And now of late, government has been doing a lot of not due to COVID, this shows have stopped. There were a lot of musical show, and if you could see in the musical show, all these youngsters have been performing, which is very good. So we should have more of the show, so at least people can. And I've noticed most of them are original composition, which is very good. Most of them, because now before, if any show is to take place, it used to be only Lona songs or Alfred Rose songs. But now people are singing their original composition. So people should get into original compositions. So this is very important. Otherwise, our music will never go ahead. And we should
Talking
not copy.
talking
We
about
should, sorry.
sorry 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 for interrupting. Talking about original compositions, tell me one more of your songs which we can play. Tell me the name, we'll play it, and then I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to ask you about who are the people who shaped your music in your life and who you have a sense of gratitude to. Maybe a chance to recognize that. But tell me a name of your song which I can find easily on YouTube.
Yeah, just Fiona or Fiona.
Sorry?
Which was last Fiona or Fiona, which was
Fiona,
just
okay.
yeah. Again, it was sung by my very good friend Edwin,
Okay.
and Delilah. This was a song done with the retro style.
Yeah.
फिजिक्स की प्रॉब्लम
Oops.
Before the songs come in, I would like to thank all those people here in the group: Johnson, Alvita, Zelma, Pervez, Anthony. Thank you so much for your comments.
Fiona, oh Fiona, bitorki takli pula. Fiona, oh Fiona, bayre tu sorona. Corona, nit corona, oh Fiona. Tujhe sapna Fiona, bidna ka porona. Nevona, tu nevona, oh Fiona. Uskan rauta Fiona. Me waktu kasahina Lutola, jem lutola Oh Fiona Tujet cintam Fiona Shawar maka lutona Spoita, nodor tujer porto koch, kushal zata, medo tu ashirota, Fiona, noga che kader tu katsko, kushin haida. çırma Mo Auto zor korda Gider sorsana Ram soçena Gider vazon Korda korda Kauça çırma
Amazing, amazing. I have so many questions to ask you, like where it was shot and who did the camera work and all. But anyway, before I get distracted and before I distract myself,
Yeah.
what I wanted to say was that it's absolutely amazing because the quality is so high. I must have watched this song 6 or 7, 8 times before that, and this is probably the eighth or
I
ninth
want
time.
to tell you something about this song.
I wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. So, so,
Okay.
so, so, it was so catchy. The full packaging was so catchy because it's like it's a music video of the quality which we used to see on Channel B and all those kind of things in the early days. Sorry. Now carry on with what I interrupted you from saying.
Sorry, yeah, okay. Uh, Now, usually our songs have a verse, chorus, then interlude, then verse, chorus, interlude. But in this song, if you notice, there is no verse, there is no chorus, there's no every verse, there's one verse of 4 lines, it changes to a different tone, to a different pitch. It goes to a different thing. So I had this variation again. It was very difficult to sing because it's a duet. So the boys pitch and the girls pitch again have to gel with it because it goes to a different pitch. Again, when you go to the third part, again it drops down to to a different pitch. And so see the variation in that. Now what I did is one day I was listening to some Brazilian music. Okay, somebody has just sent me one video of Brazil, and I saw then one guy on the street trying to play, and they were singing using some chimes and tones. So I said, if I'm going to do a song, I'm going to use these instruments in my song. Okay, so if you use a headphone and if you listen to the song, you can get the feel of those
What instruments?
instruments.
What
Yeah,
instruments?
those are some Brazilian instruments, like it's like sort of a chimes and all. Okay,
Okay.
so it's like one is like two sticks, like a bamboo sticks. It has a name, so they use that, and then another type of a metal rod. So they sit on the streets and they sing with those musics, with those instrument, with a box guitar. Okay, so then I said, this was during COVID time when COVID started in 2020. Yeah, in March, April. I said I'll compose one song for COVID because everybody was coming with a COVID song. But then I said no, I don't want to do that. Talking about those COVID points and all, I'll do a song where the boy comes to see the girl, and the girl parents don't allow the girl to go out because of COVID. So
Okay.
this was all the thing. Then I said I'll do it a retro style. I had those things. So again, and this is how this song came into my mind, and this is how we worked out. And it was during COVID itself, but we managed to shoot it with all the precautions and all stuff like. So we didn't take too many people. The dancing couple are husband and wife, so we use the husband and wife itself so that
Yeah.
yeah, we don't have all these issues and all. That's how it was.
So sitting in Abu Dhabi, you are actually absorbing music from across the world, and it's
Yeah.
helping to enrich your own musical understanding and variety.
Yes, that's true.
Which other areas you mentioned Sri Lanka and Brazil? Which other areas you look up to as sources for musical inspiration?
I listen to everything, even Arabic and what do you call that? Italian music, okay, Caribbean music. Okay, so that's totally I like this. But Arabic still I haven't done yet. I want to do one Arabic music. I'm still looking for a singer. I want to do fusion again with Arabic and a Goan thing,
Wow,
with Arabic and Konkani. This is my plan one day because I'm looking for a. I want to use that, and I want to because sometimes I use live instrument and I want to use some of the Arabic instrument live. So I'm still looking for some good what do you call that musicians. Means I haven't got the contacts yet. That's but hopefully I will get one day.
very good. As
Yeah.
far as music videos go, Ivor, do you think that we in Goa are doing enough? We should do much more. We are not doing enough. What is your thought? You put together some amazing music videos. Tell us what you feel.
No, no. We see that if you see off late, there are people doing amazing videos. They're investing a lot. Wait, yeah. So it's during the COVID, it's picked up, and I believe it will pick up more, and it will do better going forward. Before COVID it was nothing, but if you tell me now after COVID, if you see the videos, some of the videos amazing, people have really invested a lot. Some are very great videos, and they have people have a lot of instruments now in Goa. They have those, they really deliver good quality. Yeah, but I see some people just they take one video and they end up on that, but I feel those they should come out with some more videos. Yeah, they're coming out with really good videos, amazing videos. I really love them.
Who are the people who shaped your musical journey? Who are you? Who do you feel obliged and grateful to?
Well, basically, as I told in the beginning, that was my friend called John. When I started the first musical show, and I had only 4 tickets sold in the morning, and by evening it was a houseful show. If he had not stopped me at that time, or do not forced me to go ahead, okay, maybe my musical journey would have stopped at that time, because I would have really demotivated because of this. Yeah, so that was the beginning. Later on, then I have another friend called Simon. Basically he was very supportive. Whatever I do, whatever I plan and all, he was like, like my administrator, my finance manager, my secretary, everything. Used to keep records, do things for me. Okay, anywhere we need to go organize, he was ready next day, be with me all the time. Then as I proceed further, I have a very good friend of mine called Edwin. He's my childhood friend. He's in my all my albums. Okay, and I always, because he has a amazing voice. Okay, so I let him sing the most of the songs, and I'm always happy because we are childhood friends, very close friends. So he's been part of it, uh, a journey. And other than that, I have a lot of my friends supporting me. To name them, they're quite a lot. Okay, been always supportive, encouraging. Yes, whenever I'm doing, like, they will give me some advertisement on the newspaper or whatever is there, they will try to help me in all ways. Okay, so there are a lot of, but these three were the part and parcel of my journey, you could say. John, Edwin, and Simon, they were part and parcel of my journey uh, throughout the years.
And where has much of your shooting been done? Is it around the village itself, or in Salset, or where?
Mostly in Salset.
Okay.
Yeah, in Goa, like, you can shoot anywhere. You can shoot just beside anybody's house, because we have so many beautiful places. It's again the videography, the capture work, how you get along with it, and how you shoot. Okay, it's all about that.
One more video could you suggest before we wind up? And I like the one about the fort. I think that was the Assolna fort, was it? Or uh,
The
the
Osonicha Pular, no, Osonicha Pular was the Mando.
yeah, not Osoniche Pular. That is the Mando shot on the bridge, on the new bridge.
Yeah,
But
no, it was on the old bridge,
old
actually.
bridge.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have two bridges. Okay, again, yes, I may talk about it later on, but if you want, we can go for the Osonicha Pular itself. And the one on the fort is that's a gospel song.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a gospel song. Jesu Tuje Now. Okay, so we can
Okay.
go for the Assolna Osonicha
Yeah.
Pular.
Yeah. We'll do that.
You have to come. It is a very lovely experience. People here are very nice.
Sakali utana
Fascinating, enjoyable. This again is something which I kept watching so many times, and when I actually found it in the pandemic, I was searching for things on Goa, being bored and having nothing else to do, and being caught up in my house, and I was trying to search for things on Goa, and then I came across all these videos, and I was so surprised and wondering where it was coming from and the quality and how it's so good and all. And we managed to meet up just a week or two back, so
Yes.
it's really a blessing. But I'd just like to make one small point, Ivor. I
Yeah.
think that if you want to take it to the next level, it's already there. But if you want to get those wider audiences, maybe just think of subtitling. You know, if there are
Okay.
some English subtitles, very
Right.
particularly if it's translated in a poetic form by someone who's sensitive towards poetry, English
Okay.
verse and things like that. You
Okay.
would be able to. It's amazing. It's really fantastic.
I'll
So
take note
someone
of that.
called this a modern Mando. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mando and Dulpod.
Mando and Dulpod.
And how did you come about writing it? How much time did you take? What's your writing process?
Actually, what happened was like, I want to do something about Assolna. And like, mostly you see people are talking about I said, what I'm going to write about Assolna. And I came up about this idea, like, during our school days, college days, we used to go and sit on the Assolna bridge, all the guys mostly, and wait for people to come by and watch
People
people
mean some
passing
pretty
by.
looking girl, yeah, some girl to come by
Yes,
and
yes, yes. Because
okay,
mostly
that's
that those
understood. Yeah.
time people used to travel by buses, so only bike. So like so watch. So I said, why not compose something based on that? Okay,
Okay.
but the difficult part came during the composing the Dekni thing, because again this Dekni, it keeps on changing. There is variation, and again as my friend and Sonia Sisa, they really did a very good job on that thing, because to manage that pitch and that variation, because it keeps on changing. Okay, every four lines it keeps on changing. Okay, there's not much of music all look that it has time, so it was quite challenging, but we managed to do it. But the challenging part was during the video shoot, because that was my first video shoot we did. We had no plans what to do. We started to shoot. We had no idea how to start the shoot. Then then there was a friend of mine call Anthony was down, and he took the charge, and then he guided me, and from that day onwards, all my videos he's taking care of. So that's we luckily we managed to finish it. It was quite challenging because this was the first video I did.
Videos can be tough. I mean, to shoot a
Yeah.
video is easy, but to shoot a good video can be really tough. But your work is fantastic. I mean, it's like, it's right up there, and you're on the right road. And if you've not already reached there, people are going to notice you sooner rather than later. And also, the positive thing is that while you shoot all these scenes and you record them for posterity, you're also reminding us that this is what exists in Goa today. This is the scenic places. These are the lovely riverside settings, the Sal or whatever. And if we lose this, we lose this huge heritage, of this
Yeah.
natural wealth, which is not generally not calculated in economic terms and thought of that way. But as far as your music goes, Ivor, your focus, I noticed, is mostly love songs and religion. Would that be right?
Yeah, mostly my all my pops album, they have most of them are love songs.
Fair enough. I mean, that's your priority. And religion also.
Yes, gospel. I have two gospel albums.
Maybe you can point us to one, and first tell us, maybe later you tell us, what made you, what inspired you to write it, but which one would you like us to play?
Well, I can go for this Jesu Tujen now. That was like done in the fort, or you can do Martyr in whichever you like. You can do that Jesu Tujen now.
Okay, let me just find it. Yeah. Just a minute, huh?
Deu papa topu ai loi muchacha rupang sorbon divun kursa sorloi tu zopran oi Jesus itle sobre tu genal Mirat, oi sata pujas nawan Shanti kodai Melta oi tujas nawan Oi Jesus, kitle sobit tu genau Jesus, kitlen sobit tu genam. Jesus, kitlen sobit tu genam. Eu bapa topu ai loi muchacha rupang sorbon divun kursa soroi tu zopran oi Jesus itle sobi tu genau tu genau Eu papa topu ai loi muchacha rupang sorbon Jenam, Dewan Kanam Jotnya. Oi Jesus, que tem sorrido Jenam. Oi Jesus, que tem sorrido Jenam.
So yes, I hope everyone who's listening in there also takes the trouble to subscribe and things like that to Ivar's channel, because it means so much in terms of encouragement and appreciation of the artist. And meanwhile, I owe everyone an apology here, because while I've been requesting everyone time and again, please pass comments, pass comments. Something funny has actually happened here, and people were passing comments in a space which I didn't notice at all, because the platform I use has just changed their format. So I'm really sorry if I didn't highlight your comments all this time. I'm trying to catch up with lost time. Okay, Zelma has been tagging. Zelma and Purvis are friends from Goa. Purvis was my ex-colleague in Herald, and Zelma is my Gao boy from Saligaon. So they've been tagging a whole lot of UAE people, I guess. And and others have also passed their comments and appreciated your work. So yeah, that's really great. Tell us something about your motivation. What causes you to write, what inspires you, and how the songwriting process goes on.
Well, when you get do anything with music, it keeps you very energized. Even if you listen to music and either you write or sing, it's always keeps you more happy, more energized, more active. Now, when talking about writing, it's like from childhood, I had the passion of writing songs. So I said, like, when I have this of composing songs, okay, why not keep on doing it? Because every single day or always you can say something or the other comes in my mind. So I want to have that thing showcased and bring it to the people, at least something variation, something different. Okay, so that's the reason I try. And since I have this access out here mostly to listen to different music, and along with this I said, let's bring it to Goa, let's showcase, let's combine, let's do some fusion. And I always like to try fusion. Okay, do some combination, some variation. This has been always a part and parcel of my compositions. So this is what it keeps on motivating. Now, just because of lockdown, I still have a list of things on
Topics,
my,
subjects.
topics already there on my list. So just waiting for this COVID to down and then go back to Goa and do some more.
What's your inspiration for a young person who wants to get into songwriting? It's not an easy field. It's not just poetry. It's much more than that. What's
Yeah,
your suggestion? How to get started?
I would say focus on it. Sometimes some people give up things very easily, whatever it is, even if like music. I would say in any field, not only in music. People, young people, they should give full attention. We get diverted easily with on different things, especially now social media. If you're starting on something, we easily get diverted. We have to give time for all these things, even composition things. Okay, and nowadays it's quite easy. very much accessible. Most of the things, studio work, video things, getting help, getting some tutorial or trainings. So youngsters should focus on this, try to work on their original thing. Yeah. uh, I feel happy when many people write to me in my inbox and say that I want this, correct this for me. Okay, do you think this is good or how this works? I will really feel happy to support them or to give them, guide them, or do the changes. And also, this is something like that. So I'm sure if they go and approach somebody, there are many people out there who are ready to help. Okay, so
We
yes,
must catch you
and
to give. We must catch you to give a talk on songwriting for beginners.
yeah,
So we'll do it online someday. But
yeah,
but
no
in the
worries.
meanwhile, I've got an unusual question from my friend Jason Norona, who says, ask Fred, ask who are the parents for the song of Fiona O Fiona. Don't tell me they are related to Jason. I think Jason himself. No,
You know what it is? Jason himself.
Jason
Jason
himself. Okay,
empowerment.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay. I know Jason for 20 or 25 years, so
yeah,
we are part of this Linux circuit together.
yeah,
And things
yeah.
like that.
He's my neighbor, close neighbor.
Okay. Jason, all these kind of planted questions, anga cholchena re baba. Asma bishay pabana kota. No, anyway, he deserves his recognition and his space in the sun for doing
Yeah,
a great job, I must say.
yeah, yeah. He supported
And
me. Yeah, he
and
was. Yes,
a lot of patience. No, I mean shooting. It's
yes.
not like an interview like this where we do an hour and we takes an hour. That would probably take a lot of time to create all that.
I remember him. Yes, that he came in. Both of them waited for hours. Okay, before the actual shoot could start. So they were very supportive like that. Yes, that's I also like thank
It's a
people
labor
who
of
are
love. It's a labor of love. It's just sure. One day people will remember you for it. Tell me your last question. What are your plans for the future from here? Where?
okay. I plan to still do lots more music. I have, as I told you, I have a lot on my list. Okay, again, most of them are fusion. In couple of days, release song. It's called "Vote for Goa." It's nothing to do with politics. It's nothing to do with any political party or not supporting any party, but it's just a message for the people of Goa to go and vote. It's totally a pop song. People should be uh, listening to it. It's just subscribe to my channel, follow my channels. In 2 or 3 days' time, it should be out. Okay, it's already done. The video editing is going on, and it's a pop. Again, it's a pop song. Okay, begin. It's a pop song with our Goan melodies, Goan melodies. So yes, that's what. And again, as I said, I will keep on doing more songs, lot more songs. That's it till the end. It will never stop.
Thanks a ton, Ivor D Cunha. For those who have just joined us and are wondering, this is Ivor D Cunha, a lyricist, musician, songwriter, many roles in one. It's a pleasure having you here today. And really, my message to you is we appreciate all you're doing. Keep on at it. Keep on at it. And to Boris Fude Paule Puro, you are in our thoughts and prayers, and we wish you all the best. Also, I think it's time for Goan music talent to go on to wider audiences. What you're doing in terms of taking influences from across the world, Goa has been always a meeting place of cultures, and we should do more of it. It's a great thing, and you never know where it clicks. If we can put you in touch with musicians, or maybe create some. Of course, you already have your huge platform, but somehow take it the last mile. No, that important last mile we definitely do. Thank you so much and wishing you all the best. Thank you for spending your time. The last 75 minutes almost has vanished as if it's like, as if it's nothing. Thank you so much, Ivor, for all your time and your patience, and all the very best to you.
Once again, a big thank you for having me on board for this interview. And again, I would like to thank all the people who have joined, spending their precious time here, listening to me, and for your comments. Yeah, thank you all of y'all who have commented here. Once again, big thank you. And again, I'd like to thank all my supporters, my well wishers, my fans who have been supporting me, sending me messages, good wishes. Yes, I will keep on doing music. Yes, and always.
That's the
Yes.
most important thing. We need support, and I mean, the musicians need your support. So please
Yes.
give it to them generously. And, words cost nothing. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Thank you
And
and good night.
Zelma, thanks for all your comments and all the people you've tagged also. Thanks. Good night.
Yes.
Bye.